Now, what is the difference between while loop and do while loop? Let's see now. In do while loop, first we are having the condition. First we are having the print statement, then we are doing the iteration, then later we are checking the condition. In while loop, first we are checking the condition. If condition true, then only it is going inside the loop. So now let's run and see the output of in to while loop, while loop. Okay, so let's take another variable because it is already value is 10 now. It int j equals to 0. J is less than or equals to 10. J plus plus and print same here. Now let's run this. Run it. 1 to 10, 1 to 10. There is no difference. So now let me change the condition. So condition is wrong now. So since condition is wrong, first it is printing, then it is realizing. But here, first it is checking the condition. Since fail, it won't go inside the loop. Let's see now. So do a loop, we are getting 1. While loop, we are getting nothing. If there is a scenario, if condition false also, I need to get something. Go for a do while loop. So if condition true, then only I need output. Otherwise, I don't need any output. Go for a while loop. So this is the difference between the while loop and do while loop. So if you next, we have a for loop. So how this for loop will work? So I don't want to do this much initialization, condition, incrementation in this much. I just want to do everything within one shot. For int I equals to 0, I is less than or equals to 10, I plus plus. Console.writeLine I. So this will give you the same output whatever we did. So this is more faster, more simpler. It will give you the output from 0 to 10. So initialization, condition, incrementation. So this is for loop. Next, what is for each loop? When you want to iterate list items, for example, array. What is array? Array is a homogeneous set of elements. For example, I have a numbers array. How to declare a array? Int of numbers equals like this. One to 10 is there. Let's search. This is my numbers. For int I equals to 0, I is less than equals numbers dot length I plus plus. Console dot write line, it will give you the numbers if you want to work with a for loop. So I don't want this condition, initialization, incrementation. I don't want. So using for each loop, for each, it will iterate each and every element. Console dot write line, this much. So this is using for loop and this is using for each loop. So here, did we initialized? Are we checking any condition? Are we doing iteration? No. So then why two? For is there, for each is there. When we go for a for loop, when we go for a for each loop. So if there are some iteration, you need to stop somewhere. Go for a for loop. So you have to iterate each and every element. Go for a for each loop. So this is how for each loop will work. Let's see this. Let's run this. Print the numbers from 1 to 10. For loop also 1 to 10. So this is how we'll go for either for loop or for each loop based on our requirement. Any doubts here? Till now.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Uh, in I lesser than or numbers dot length is there no in
Why?
for no.
Why? Right?
It checks the complete length of the number and it will
Hmm.
increment the I value, right, sir?
What's happened? So we are starting with the index 0. Okay. So how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 elements are there. So what is the length now? Length will be, length means numbers dot length, which is 10. So numbers of 0, which is 1. Numbers of 1, which is 2. 0th position, first position. Similarly, numbers of 2, numbers of 3, numbers of 4, numbers of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what will happen? Numbers of 9, which is 10. Got it? This is how the index will work. Why I am giving less than numbers dot length? If you give less than or equals to, it will check for numbers of 10 also. Length. Numbers of 10, if you try to print, you will get error because the index is starting with the 0. The array index is starting with 0th position. So what is the length? What is the min length will be array lower bound, which is 0. Upper bound means max size is max length, or upper bound or last index will be length minus 1. This is how array will work. Now let's run this. See, numbers of 0 is 1, 1 is 2, 2 is 3, numbers of 9 is 10. So if you give length, numbers dot length, which will be 10 now. Okay, first time, let's see. Let's print the 0. What is the 0th number? Which is 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, what is the I value? 9. Numbers
9.
of 9, we will get the 10. Now, since we are giving less than or equals to, it will go for one more iteration. So, what is the length? 10, I value is 10. Now, if I try to go and print this, there won't be any value for number 10. How can I see this? Before printing, right click. There is a option called add watch and quick watch, shift 9. So numbers, there is a exception, system.index.out of range exception. If I try to print that, I'll get the index was outside the bound of the array. So if you want to use this, either you have to use length -1 or less than or equals to number dot length. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other doubts, guys?
No, sir.
Okay. Hope you
Nothing,
are
sir.
clear. Hmm? Okay. So this is called for each loop. Now let's see how branching statements will work. There are three things: break, continue, and return. For example, I'll take one for loop only. For int I equals to 0, I is less than or equals to 10, I plus plus. Console.writeLine I. I want to apply, I want to check console.writeLine break statement. Similarly, continue statement. So in normal, if there is a loop, what will happen? So it is going to print the numbers from 1 to 10. Normal scenario. If there is a break applied where, for example, if I equals to 3, then I need to apply the break. Similarly, here also, y equals to 3, I need to apply the continue. So this is normal loop. This is also normal loop, but in between I have applied a break where it reaches I that time. Here also I have applied something called continue. Let's see what will happen in each scenario. F10. So normal loop 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now it will come out of the loop. Now it will go to break statement 0. So I is 3 now? No, I is 0. It will go and print this. It will come. I is 1 now. It will go and print. I is 2 now. Print. I is 3 now. What is happening? Break. Means it is coming out of the loop. So next, it is going to continuous statement. I is 0. Printing. 1 printing. 2 printing. 3. Now it is going inside the loop. And what's happening? It is coming out. Means again, I is 4 now. It is printing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 now. That's it. It will come out of the loop. Means, so what is happening here? Break versus continue. So what is happening here? Like this, it is happening. This is a normal scenario. So when you use break, when it reaches 3, it is terminating the loop. When you use break. So when you use continue, it skips the current iteration. Means it will skip to print the current iteration value. What is current iteration? 3. 3 will skip. Remaining all it will print. Okay, see? 0, 1, 2, 3 is not there. From 4 to 10, it is printing. Understood, guys? What is the difference between break and continue? Break will terminate the loop. Means it will come out of the loop. Continue will skip the current iteration. Any doubts here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, great. So next, there is one more thing called return. How this return will work? For example, console.writeLine, enter first number, or enter first name. So how to read this string? First name equals console.readline. Similarly, I'll read middle name, last name. M name, L name. So now I have 3 names. I want to get the full name to print. Okay. So how to do that? Call a method. So this method, what it should do? String full name equals get full name. This is the method I want. For this, I will pass 3 arguments: first name, middle name, and last name. So it should return. So how to write that function? Static. What is the return type? String. It has to return string. Return type. What is the method name? Get full name. C# is a case sensitive. String first, string middle, string last. So now I'm going to have return first, middle plus last. So now static string. So this method will return. So what is returning? It is going to return the value. Return statement will return the value. What is the return type here? String. So same type you need to return here. So now we are accepting here, and I'm going to print that console dot. Your full name is full name, like this. And if you want to give spaces between your names, you can give like this. Now let's run this. Enter your first name, just next. Enter first name. So what is your first name? Jai. Enter your middle name. Middle name is your Sri. Enter your last name. So it is going to get your full name. Whatever is there, it is going to return here. Same thing we are printing. So this is how it is return the value. Understood, guys? Any doubts here? Return means returning. And based on the return type, whatever type is there, it has to return that. If void is there, no need to return anything. Correct?
Sir,
Hmm.
uh,
Yes.
can you show the code, please, sir?
Okay. Hmm.
At last, static string get full name is there, no, sir.
Hmm.
String in replacement of it, we can add f name also.
Here,
There's
or
above the
here,
line.
here. Yes, you can
Yeah.
give whatever. You can give
Okay.
F, M, L also. Why? Because so here it will just pass the value. Doesn't matter whatever name here you give. But this is mandatory. Within the function, name should be mandatory. Okay. So name can be anything. Value and type is the important. Okay. So to
we
tell
can
the
add the
difference
same
only,
name.
same name also you can add. So to tell the difference, I have added like this.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So this is also like this also we can add. To tell that I have added like that. Same name also you can add.
Okay.
Usually it will be same name wherever. So if it is different also, you should not get confused. That's why I told this. Got it?
This will be accessible by another class also.
Since it is a static, based on this class, based on this accessibility, you could able to access this anywhere. Program dot get full name, you will get anywhere.
Okay.
Wherever class is accessible, there you will get. So in next access modifier session, you will come to know more about this access.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any other doubts, guys?
No, sir.
Okay. So now, so we have one more called switch case. How this will work? When we have a multiple cases like this. For example, I have some parties like this. BJP. INC. Indian National Congress. TDP. TDP. JSP. YS. CPIM. Okay, I have some parties like this. So multiple choices are there. So now I'll ask user to enter your vote. So based on the user selection, whatever he enter, int vote equals console dot read line.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Able to see screen?
Joshna left, sir.
Okay. She can join later. Okay. So
She
this
joined,
is
sir.
my this is my enter your vote. Okay. Once user enters the vote, he will. So since it is a string, what we need to do? We need to convert to int 32 of console.readline like this. I will get it. So once I'll get it, okay, now I want to print what vote you have chosen. So this particular scenario, we can go for a switch case. There are multiple choices. Okay, enter your vote between 1 to 6 like this. Okay, so now I'll ask user to enter vote between 1 to 6. So whatever vote he enters, switch vote. So based on his choice, case 1 console.writeline, you voted for BJP. So immediately we have to give the break. Means once user selected that, it has to come out of the loop. That's why we need a break statement here. So similarly, case 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 2. If he choose 2, then it should be INC. If you choose 3, then it should be TDP. If you choose 4, JSP. 5, YSR. 6, okay. So now, so what is this? Another case, default. So what is this default? How it works? If you choose none of this from 1 to 6, if you don't select, then please choose valid one between 1 to 6. Like this, it will give. So this particular scenario, we can go for a switch case. So there are some choices, multiple choices based on the user selection. What he selected, I want to display. So for example, so what is the advantage here? Based on this choice, it will directly go to that particular choice. It won't check other conditions like your if statement. So now, how it will work? Let's see now. Let me run this program. Here are choices. Enter between 1 to 6. I will select 4. Let's click on enter. So based on my vote 4, I directly go to this particular case, JSP. Okay. So and it will print that and it will come out of the loop. So this is how your switch case will work. Understood, guys? Any doubts here?
Hello, sir.
Hmm.
By replacing 4, if we add 6 in case 6, if we add 7 in case 4,
Come again.
by replacing case 4 as case 7, if we get give the input as 7, it will
That is wrong.
give the
No,
output.
it will give the output,
Okay.
but case 7 will never execute because you won't choose case 7 here, right? You will choose between 1 to 6 only.
Okay, sir.
Correct? Huh? So this is how your switch case will work. Any other doubts, guys?
No, sir.
All good?
No, sir. Okay.
All clear?
Uh,
Okay. Okay.